I told my girlfriend the truth about why I don't go down on her, and it almost ended our relationship. So my girlfriend Emma and I have been together for about 8 months, and things are pretty great. We get along really well, we laugh together, and our relationship is solid. But there's been this one thing that's been eating at me for weeks, and I had no idea how to bring it up without destroying everything. Emma's always been really open about intimacy and expects the same from me. But whenever things got to that point where she wanted me to go down on her, I'd always find some excuse to skip it or redirect to something else. I could tell she was starting to notice. Last Tuesday night, we're lying in bed after watching some Netflix show, and she turns to me with this serious look on her face. She goes, "Can I ask you something?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure." Then she hits me with, "Why don't you like going down on me?" My stomach just dropped. I tried to play it off and said, "I don't know, I guess I'm just not that into it." But Emma's not stupid. She kept pushing, asking me to explain what I meant because she could tell I was lying. For 20 minutes, she's asking me questions and I'm giving these vague answers that don't make any sense. Finally, she gets frustrated and says, "Just tell me the truth. What's wrong with me?" And I could see she was about to cry. That's when I realized I had to say something. I took a deep breath and tried to be as gentle as possible. I told her, "It's just that sometimes there's a smell or taste down there that doesn't seem normal, and I've been scared to bring it up because I didn't want to hurt your feelings." The second those words left my mouth, Emma's face just changed. She got super defensive and started firing questions at me. "So what? You think every girl just tastes good? You think mine is worse than other women you've been with?" I tried to explain that it wasn't about comparing her to anyone else, that I just noticed something seemed off and I couldn't ignore it anymore. But she was already getting upset, saying I should have told her sooner instead of lying about not being interested. Emma got out of bed and went downstairs. I could hear her on the phone with her best friend for like an hour, and I just laid there feeling like the worst boyfriend ever. Part of me wondered if I should have just kept my mouth shut forever. The next morning, she barely looked at me. She grabbed her stuff for work and said, "You really hurt my feelings last night. I wasn't expecting you to say that." Then she left, and I spent the whole day thinking she was going to break up with me. But here's the thing that surprised me. That afternoon, Emma texted me saying she made a doctor's appointment for the next day. She said even though it hurt to hear, she realized I was probably right about something being wrong. 2 days later, she came home from the doctor with this relieved look on her face. Turns out she had a bacterial infection that she'd probably been dealing with for months without knowing it. The doctor gave her antibiotics and said it was super common and nothing to be embarrassed about. Emma actually thanked me that night. She said she was initially angry and hurt, but realized I was trying to help her even though it was an incredibly awkward conversation. She said most guys would have just kept quiet and dealt with it or broken up without explaining why. Now she's feeling so much better, and our relationship is stronger than ever. She told me she appreciates that I was honest with her, even when it was uncomfortable. Sometimes the hardest conversations are the most important ones.